Yeah, welcome back, guys, again. So today we'll continue from where we stopped. Last time we covered home. Now we're on insert, and might not be exploring in detail. Just probably mention this and what it does, and then we'll move on like that. Okay. So pivot table helps us summarize large data. We will get there in the course of the other videos. Not now. We're not using it now. Say for example, I want to see the number of people or number of employees by department, right? Except I maybe filter the data, write a formula, and do all of that, count if or do something. It's not going to be that straightforward and easy, right? But with pivot table, it helps us summarize large complex data very fast and easily. Okay, so we have recommended ones as well, right? You get recommended pivot table that will best suit your data. Excel just suggests something to you, which is most times you want to go with the option. And then we have a table, which I've seen before. It says create a table to organize and analyze related data. It says it makes it easy to sort, filter, and format data within a sheet, right? We've seen some of the options, some of the advantage, or some of the advantages, of having data in a table, okay? Or formatting your data into a table, right? So for the illustration section, that's where you can bring in, for example, you're working for a brand, you can bring in the logo, and bring in some shapes, some smart arts, screenshots, icons, right? Icons are cool, right? So you're designing a dashboard, you want to add icon of, say you want to add icon of maybe profits, right? Demonstrate it, just aesthetics, make things not just aesthetics anyway. When you had icons, it makes everything looks better. Oh, they can just like, this is going up, this is coming down. You get all of those things. Yeah, I need to be connected to the internet. Right now, I'm not connected to the internet. Okay, so I'll just cancel. So those are what you have under illustrations. Charts. This is where we create charts. Okay, we have pivot charts as well. Okay, we have pivot charts and pivot tables, and get pivot chart as well. Now, in this case, let's say we want to see the department. Let's say we want to see everybody, the employees, and how much they earn. Right, we want to see them in a chart, which helps us easily visualize. As they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So a picture sometimes can tell the story better, faster. It removes a lot of distractions that we have here, right? Let us focus on what's important and simplifies results to non-technical people. Okay, so I highlight this because they are not together. So I'll hold my control, highlight the first column, which is the names. Okay, highlight this, hold your control, and highlight the allowance or salary, whatever we call that. Like I said, don't think too much about the column title. So we'll highlight this, then I can pick any charts here. For example, let's say I'll pick, I can go to the recommended charts for now. I believe Excel will always suggest the best chart to work with. Later, when we learn charts or charting techniques, we'll know the right chart to use and why we need to use them, when to use them, and all of that. So for now, we'll stick to Excel recommended charts, which most times will be right as well. So pick that, and it's telling me these are the charts that are best for the data I highlighted. But in this case, I'll go with this because these names are stacked on top of each other. I don't want that. I'll click on this. Okay, yeah, this is nicer. And I'll click this. Boom. Yeah, and this is what I have. I can reduce the size. Okay, so yes, so this is what I have. So the chart title is big. I can reduce the size. Okay, that's too small. Make it bold. Give it a name. Let's say that's employees by escape. Control A. Allowance by employee or salary by employees, whatever it is. Just give it a name. Salary by employees. Okay, so I title it that way. And one thing is good. One good practice is to sort my data. Okay, it's good I sort my data, I sort my charts. So if this were to be in a pivot table, I can right click directly on the bar and then sort. Since it doesn't have any underlying model, as it were, quote and unquote, I'll just come here and then do a sort smallest to largest, so it gives me descending order. Yeah, Excel, that's what Excel does. When you do largest to smallest, you get it in ascending order, sadly. So this is what we'll do it in descending order, in ascending order, so it gives us the chart in descending order. So it reverses the order you have here. That's what Excel does for us. So you can take out the grid lines, okay, then maybe format these are long and all of that, but the idea for now is just to, we're not doing charting yet, we're not looking into chart properly yet, but the idea here is to get a chart, right? So when we're doing charting, and I explain, oh, why do we remove elements that are not adding to our data, right? So how should we format our axes? What should we do and all of that? But now I've been able to get a what? A chart, okay? So I'll just delete this, keep it if you want, and save your file. I'll take that out. So go back to insert. So you have different charts, you have maps. Depending on your version, you might not have a map. Okay. So you can always go to your recommended option based on your selection, or pick a particular chart from the list of options you have here. You have waterfall, you have combo charts and all of that. So Sparklines, now these are, I'll call them inline charts. They are nice to use, right? They're nice to use. They just they let you tell more story with more beyond the numbers, right? So you can just add a sparkline chart to this. A small chart like that helps you tell it's, should I say, a sweeter story, right? Beyond the numbers, which is good. So slicer and timelines are filters. We explore them when we are using pivot table. So a slicer or a timeline can control many tables, right, as much as we want, and many charts as well. Which say we're creating a dashboard, I'm going to use a slicer. Might be able to use that to drill down into our data and drill back up, right? So link is another thing that we might want to look at. So let's say, for example, I'll rename this now to data. Okay, and I'll rename second sheet to lists, sheet lists. Okay, let's say sheet lists, sheet lists, or navigation or menu, whatever you call it. So I'll drag it forward back. Now it's here. Okay, so let's say I want to have a list of all my sheets here so that I can navigate easily to them. So let me zoom in. 200. Okay, so I can decide to type or not. I'll just go to my link. Depending on the version, you might see hyperlink or link. They do the same thing. Okay, I'll click on link, and then I'll go to place in this document, right? And I'll go to place in this document, and you see all the names. So you might want to link to any name or to a sheet. Place in this document. You can link external files and all of that. But in this case, we just want to link to a sheet. So I'll click on data. So I want to link to the data sheet. And it says text to display. I want it to display data set. So now click OK. And now I have a data set, right? I can add an icon to that, but I'm not connected to the internet currently. So, but this is data set. If I click on it, boom, it brings me here. Okay, you can see I'm now where I have my data. So if I go back again and click on it, it brings me here. So I can have another link that will take me back to the sheet list here. So let's do that. Let's say home. So usually it's the home button, right? So the home, I could have added an arrow, an icon, but let me just leave it there for now. So home, so that this can always take me back. I'll click to, now in this case, you can see that this time I typed the text to display first. So Excel doesn't ask me or puts random text to display for me. So I'll click on this, click on link, and you can see that by default, it's already there as my text to display, home. Okay, and I'll click on sheet list. You see, it does not alter what I typed already. And I'll click on OK. So this becomes home. So I click here, brings me here. Click here, brings me back here. So that's that for inserts. And under text here we have excuse me, we have the text box, WordArt, signature line. Feel free to explore them. You know, nice things. Say you want some special symbols, you have them here. We have some formulas, some symbols, we have them all here, right? Feel free to explore that as well. So we've covered this. We don't have much in the page layout, so I might as well just jump there. Or no, I'll just keep them separate. Okay, so we've explored the insert tab, we've explored the ribbons, and yes, we'll stop here for now. Do not forget, sometimes I tend to be fast, I tend to speak fast, so if I was too fast for you, you can watch the video again or use the playback speed option feature of YouTube to slow the video down to your page, or just go over it again and make sure you get all the concepts. Okay, do well to use the comment section effectively. Okay, feedbacks are important. Let me know what to change, what to do, what to make better. And yeah, if you like the video, do well to mention it as well. You know, it goes a long way. Just say, oh, I like the video, I like this, I like that, whatever it is you like about the video, or whatever it is you want us to improve about the video, and do well to leave that in the comment section as well. Once we start working with data set, the data set will be attached to each video, or there will be a link to a Telegram channel where you can get all the data sets, also meet other data analysts, maybe get some challenge to work on, keep yourself busy, you know, keep going. You know, you're doing something for yourself, right? So this is where I'll stop for today. See you in the next one.